This coming week is our Olympic week.
Yes, oo nga.
Baka
So,
meron na naman dyan maagang pa.
oo. Hirap
Kasampulan ka
yan.
na ba, part?
Ay, nako partner. Yung mga lahat ng kulay na makikita mo andyan sa gradebook ko yan. Ikaw ba? Kamusta?
Yes, partner. Sige, hindi tayo nagkakaibigan.
Yes, ayun nga.
Eh,
Mm-mm.
in the morning.
Mm-mm. Ganun din sa akin. Ay, Diyos ko, nakakaloka ang Olympics pa lang. So, ayun, sabi dito, shout out, good morning daw. So, ayun, good morning sa'yo, partner.
Yes, good morning naman, partner. Siyempre, kay classmate natin. Good morning.
Good morning sa mga viewers natin, na mga classmates.
Excited na ba kayo this coming Olympic, mga classmates? Nakakabahan na ba kayo?
Yes, so we have our classmate here saying na freshman daw siya, na want to hustle better. So, that is really nice, classmate, that you are here watching this event so you can learn more on how to hustle way better in your academic.
At all fresh. Shoutout sa inyo, classmate. Comment lang kayo dyan para
Yes,
shoutout natin
comment
kung
lang
sino
kayo.
siya.
Yes.
Nang mahiya, di ba? Yes, sabi naman ng ating classmate Cardo, grabe, shoutout to Tulfo daw. Shoutout na diba? Part.
Yes, so kung shoutout na
Tulfo.
kayo, mahirap yung patulfo. Diyos ko, mga classmates, so shoutout na kayo sa comment section natin. At sabi dito ni classmate, pwede po bang maghilaw? Yes, hello lang kayo ng hello mga classmates.
Sabi naman ni classmate Diana, ulam reveal. Pwede, ano ka na ba, partner? Nakapag-almusal ka na ba?
Ay nako partner, hindi pa ako nakakapag-breakfast. Ikaw ba, nakapag-breakfast ka na?
Hindi pa din, kasi nga, diba, event natin to, syempre, medyo
yes.
kinakabahan, diba?
Yes, so paano yung kaba natin dyan? Daw, paano ba yan, classmate? Wala pa po kaming agahan.
Baka naman po may papasponsor.
Opo, baka naman po may balak magpa-sponsor ng Jollibee, di ba? PM nyo lang po kami.
What? Binigay yung address na yun.
Address na agad yung binigay nyo.
Classmate, huwag kayong mahihiya. Kahit hindi pa nga preliminary, parang stress na yun. This past
Yes, partner, I feel you talaga. Ang dami talagang gawain these past few weeks, no? Sabi dito ni classmate, ang fresh nung Sean mo. So, ay nako classmate, ako lang to. Si Paco ang mas fresh.
Wow, ikaw nga yung sinarap, hindi ako. Grabe, sana ako nang siya. Nakapag-bis.
Ay nako, so ayun nga partner. Kita mo yung mapulang mga scores dyan. Sa'yo ba? Kamusta?
Yes, hindi tayo nagkakahiyan dyan, Mark. Siyempre, si H tayo. Parang normal naman yung may mga pula-pula.
Totoo. Parang masasanay ka na lang talaga sa kulay ng pula.
Wala ba?
Good morning, classmates! Before we start the program, please be reminded of our guidelines for this webinar. Be attentive. Participants are encouraged to actively participate. So, ayan.
We will be your master of ceremony for today's event. Diba, partner? Grabe, partner. Ang bilis ng araw, no? Bare months na naman. Na kahit alam mo yun, diba? Inulan, binagyo tayo ni Maring, Julina at ni Paring Kiko, diba? Nitong nakaraang araw. Di talaga mawiwindam at excited dahil puso na naman ng Christmas Carol. Mga kanta, siya at naglalabas.
Yes, so pasample nga ng kantahing Jose Marichan mo dyan, partner.
Grabe yun. Pero, di ba, nakikita ko lang sa mga TikTok, sa Facebook, di ba, yung puso-puso mo yung naman. Never I see boys and girls in a boys curse me. I remember a
Yes,
child.
kabog na
And a
kabog.
child remembers me. Di ba? Ikaw, di ba, alam ko naman, partner, hindi ka papakabog. Ano yung mga kantahing
Yes.
months na.
Siyempre, kay Mamang Mariah Carey tayo. 'Cause all I want for Christmas is stress. Stress ha, hindi po stress. Diyos ko.
Speaking nga, partner, ang stress at stress. Excited ka na ba this coming early?
Ay, nako.
Katulad ka na.
Oh, no comment dyan, partner. No comment dyan talaga. Kasi feeling ko, kaliwat kanan na naman ang reviews ng ating mga classmates. Ang panigurado, kasama sa weekly task nila yung mapraning sa due dates. Kasi nga, ang dami.
Si Miss Partner, di ba nga nung mga first week pa lang natin, di ba parang introduce yourself pa lang. Parang grabe ngayon, hell week na, di ba? Sobrang bombarded na yung mga assignments, problem sets, and activities, di ba? Siyempre, hindi rin mawawala ang ating extracurricular activities, di ba?
Ayun. Same thoughts nga, partner. Feeling ko every week is hell week talaga. Ang daming gawain, pero not to brag, partner ha. Mabuti na lang nagagawa ko siya on time. Pero grabe, ang stressful pa rin talaga.
Grabe, sana all naman doon, partner. Tanungin naman natin ang ating mga classmate. Kayo ba, classmate? Kumusta naman ang first month of class nyo, di ba?
Yes, pwede. This is your time to chat in the comment box below, and we can use this time before we formally start our event.
Yes, di ba? Huwag na kayong mahiya, classmate, ha?
Yes, ayan, sabi
Yes.
nilang classmates.
Sabi naman ng ating classmate, Christine, grabe naman. Cheerer pala ako. Go pa ako. Stay
Yes,
naman.
Yes, buti si Paco. Sabi din dito ni classmate Lay, go Sean, may nanonood sa'yo. So, sino kaya yung nanonood sa akin?
Sino kaya yun? Sana all
Hi.
naman. Fresh naman ang mga host. Grabe, parang parang pinaghandaan mo nga part event. Napaka-fresh mo today.
Ay, naku partner, ako lang to. Ano ba?
Event mo.
Yes.
Set up mo.
Sabi dito ni classmate Diana, bakit ang fresh? Ano secret mo dyan? Partner pa ako.
Ako lang. Ang secret ko ay wala. Wala.
Ay, ayaw mag-share ng secret. Napaka-ano ni
Wait,
partner Sige,
magpuyat ka.
mag-share ka na dyan.
Magpuyat ka. Class.
Mahirap
Grabe ang
yan.
puyat ka. Sabi naman, paano po maging fresh kahit malapit na ang prelims? Parang ito yung advice mo mga part.
Ay, paano ba maging fresh kahit malapit na ang prelims? Ano bang ma-advise ko?
Stay
Dyan na lang.
hydrated pala.
Oo, stay hydrated.
Water is the key lang pala. Grabe. Sabi ko pang iinom ng mga vitamins. Tubig lang pala yun.
Yes. Oo, ayun din pala. Kailangan natin uminom ng vitamins kasi maulan, ba?
Speaking of maulan, di ba? Ang ulan nga dito sa Cavite. Ito ba? Dyan sa inyo. Part, maulan din
Yes.
ba?
Ay, naku partner, nakakalimutan mo yata. Taga Cavite lang din ako. So, maulan din.
Nagkakabiti ka nga lang dito.
Yes. So,
Sorry,
ayun. Ang aga-aga pa, but very alive na agad ang ating mga viewers. Kitang-kita naman sa ating...
Let's see them.
Yes, actually, partner, nakakatuwa. Kasi kahit nga maraming schoolwork ang ating mga classmates, kasi nga Hell Week na, di ba? They still have the time to join our event for today.
I agree with that partner, di ba? Kahit ilang oras, di ba, lumayo-layo muna tayo sa mga stress dyan, sa mga schoolwork, sa mga process, activities, di ba? Kaya punta muna tayo sa Gedli-Gedli, ganyan, relax, and mag-stress tayo.
Yes, tama ka dyan, partner. Nabasa ko nga rin na kailangan natin mag-rest and unwind to be more productive.
Yun nga, di ba, sobrang bombarded na.
So ayun, naloloka na rin ako sa mga gawain natin. Pero alam mo ba pa ako, time blocking is a really great method in a way you can accomplish many tasks in a day. And why not ask our classmates kung anong mga productivity and time management tips na ginagawa nila in order to survive this semester? Try mo yun.
Try ko yan. Kaya naman, tanongin natin ang ating mga classmates. Kung may tips kayo dyan, di ba? I-share nyo na yan sa comment box below para malaman din ng ating ibang classmates. Yan.
Yes,
comment lang kayo
down.
dyan.
Comment na kayo mga classmates.
Ano yung
kung
mga
ano mga
tips
tips
nyo
na
dyan?
meron kayo.
Grabe, sabi ni classmate Rafaela, wala daw tulugan. Grabe, Kuya Germs yan.
Ang hirap talaga ng ganun, partner, no? Na-try mo na ba yung walang tulugan na yan?
Sobrang nakakalungkot. Na-try ko siya, pero hindi naman sa akin.
So paano naman? Anong nangyari nung hindi ka natulog?
O, di ba walang tulog? Pagka, nung pinaumaga, hindi ko na kasi namalayan yung oras. Tapos, inuusan ako partner na bumili ng toyo sa tindahan.
Ano nabili mo, partner?
Suka, partner.
Ayun lang.
Sobrang luta.
Ang napagalitan ni nanay, partner.
Ratatatata.
So, ayun. Ang comment dito ni classmate Princess, 3 cups of coffee daw. Grabe, palpitation aabutin natin yan, classmate Princess.
Yeah, yung coffee now, palpitate later.
Ang hirap niyan.
Hirap.
Na-try mo na ba yung lumaklak ng maraming kape, partner? Ako, pag umiinom ako ng kape, sa'yo ba? Anong epekto ng kape?
Kahit grabe, nakakagising talaga. Kahit na gusto mong matulog, pag uminom ka ng kape, gising na gising talaga. Kasi yung parabot mo, yung tapa,
Ayun lang. So, anong lasa ng kapeng barako, partner? Masarap ba yan? O mapait? O ano? Di pa
Okay
ako
lang naman.
nakakatry niyan.
Matapang siya. Tapang yung pagkaano ng kape. Nakakagising talaga.
Sana all matapang, no? Kaya kang ipaglaban.
May hugot naman ka doon.
May hugot tayo ngayon, partner, kahit umaga pa.
Sino naman ang nanakit sa'yo?
Wala naman. Humuhugot lang tayo
Agang-aga.
sa ipang huhugutan. Yes, maaga. So, ayun. Sa totoo lang, partner, mahirap rin naman talaga on how to manage our time, especially nga iba-iba tayo ng way to study and work.
Home students partner, kaya naman very timely and relevant ang ating pakak na awareness talk. Today's entitled, Maningkamot, the Right Way to Hustle. Kaya, di ba ano ka, partner, Bisaya ka, di ba? Yes, kasi yung maningkamot, di ba, Bisaya word siya. And hindi ko kasi talaga siya alam yung meaning. And sari-sari yung nasa isip ko, partner. Ano ba talaga yung meaning?
To teach our fellow classmates on how they should manage their time, especially in this online class setup.
Bongga naman ng Beverly Hills. Napaka-creative naman talaga nang nag-isip ng event na to, diba? So, bakit pa ba natin papatagalin to, partner? No? Simulan na natin to, diba?
Yes, so before we proceed, here are few reminders. Please be informed that if you have any questions for our guest speaker, please type them anytime during the presentation into the comment section down below. We will collect these and address.
Simula ng Anthem and Adam Sonia.
Dear Lord, teach me the things that are important, to be generous with your gifts, compassionate to those who have less, just in the face of unfair circumstances.
True when the world's value.
May nothing else matter except faith in your goodness, my neighbors and mine.
Hope that things can get better, and charity that always sets things right.
May your special love for the poor, the mark of my uniquely Vincentian education, be the work I excel in, the standard I constantly refer to, and my courage when I meet you someday.
Amen.
O Mary, conceived without sin,
Pray for us who have recourse to thee. Saint Vincent de Paul,
pray
pray
for
for
us.
us.
And we apologize for the technical difficulties that we've encountered earlier. But at this moment, may we call on Miss Princess Marie Scadis, the chairwoman for social issues of Adamson University Engineering Student Council, to deliver her welcoming remarks. Please. Give her a virtual round of applause.
Good morning, classmates. I would like to thank each and every one of you for being here with us today. I am pleased to welcome you to the Adamson University Engineering Student Council's second awareness talk entitled Manikkamot, the Right Way to Hustle. Before we get started, I would like to thank everyone who generously helped us make this event come together. Today's talk will explore more about time management, which is essential as our preliminary examinations is fast approaching. To be physically, mentally, and emotionally prepared, we have a notable guest in my speech. We are in the right place at the right time. So let us all listen and participate actively during the event. I hope this awareness talk will help you grow to be more productive and smart. So, thank you again and let us all enjoy the program.
Yan, grabe naman yun. Thank you for that remarkable speech, Miss Candice. Diba? Grabe naman. Chairwoman for social issues natin. Diba talaga naman napaka-fresh, welcome speech, diba, part?
Yes naman, partner, napaka-fresh fresh ng ating chairwoman for social issues. Kaya naman itodo na natin ang pagiging inspirational and motivational. So why don't we move forward sa star ng ating event?
Yes naman, partner. Siyempre, hindi papahuli ang ating start. Diba? Nagmula siya sa bayan. At ngayon, nagpapasiklab ng mga aral na ganun makakatulong sa atin. Lalo na nga this coming friends.
So let us now introduce our speaker for today's event. He is a business professional regarded as the young corporate planner leading various total company sales improvement and cost reduction initiatives that have enabled market leading and emerging brands to realize monumental
part of the top 30 students at 3 days MIL Business Skills Challenge student leader where he won as champion.
And during his internship in the Enchanted Kingdom in Total Quality Management, where he received an outstanding rating for his performance as a total
Student leader all over the country as his way of giving back and contributing to building a new generation of leaders and different leaders.
He is a proud graduate of Industrial Engineering at Adamson University in 2018, an active individual in public speaking, and is currently a category demand planner at the Culinary and Beverages at Mond Nissin Corporation. Our very own alumnus, Engineer Joshua Alexis P. Dicena. Let us give him a round of applause, please.
As to which they say is very timely because you're gonna have your exams very soon. So I'm hoping the best for you guys in your upcoming exams. So the right way to hustle is, the theme is mostly about personal management, time management. Hustle daw, hustle. Now, if you've chosen this path of becoming an engineer, challenges and difficulties along times when there's just a lot of hustle going on, there's just a lot of noise, there's just a lot of things to do. How do you, that's their objective. And that's what we're going to do. But as early as now, guys, I'm flagging to you, management, guys. I am not, just to share with you, a very, a very fresh, kahit medyo matagal na, very fresh memory of mine back when I was in college. Pumasok ako sa Adamson 2013, I think, no? And then, one of the first subjects, of course, is IE orientation, no? And out of everybody in the group, out of everybody in the class, guess who, no? Got a 3.0, a 3, guys, sa IE orientation. 3. Because of a requirement that I missed. Very important requirement na wala ako. So, binigyan na lang ako ng 3. Because IE orientation lang naman anyway, no? But, guys, orientation, IE orientation, 3. Hindi naman ako cum laude type, pero kung for some reason maging cum laude man ako, no? Imposible na kasi first semester ko pa lang may 3 na ako, IE orientation, no? And then that went on even up to my 5th year in college. Methods of research under the mentorship of the one and only Dr. Venus Mart Quevedo, no? MOR. And again, out of everybody in the class, may kapartner ako. Kaming dalawa lang nung kapartner ko na naman yung late nakapagpasa nung first ever requirement nung klase na yun. I can't remember, parang chapter 1 yata, something like that, no? First, kaming personality, medyo pares kaming hayahay, no? Nung pasa kami, si Dr. Quevedo lagi yang nandun sa upuan niya sa loob ng IE conference room. Katok kami ngayon, Ma'am, mag-submit po kami ng chapter 1 or something like that. Alam nyo, ano na-receive namin? Ang mga tingin ng Dr. Quevedo. Bigyan na nung kami bigla. Dinahan kami sa tingin. And guys, probably not all of you know her yet. Pero pagka tinignan kang gano'n ni Dr. Quevedo, alam mo na ang ibig sabihin. Lumabas ka na ng kwarto. No? Lumabas na kami ng kwarto nun. So, but of course, tinanggap niya naman kasi kailangan yun for your methods of research. But again, that's an indicator, guys, na I'm not really the organized type. I mean, hayahay, actually, for some of you, you would call me irresponsible. No? I'm that kind of person. And if there's one thing that I really regret most about my skills and weaknesses, no, parang what I wish I knew more, it would be being organized. Yun talaga. Because that continued even up to my work. I started as a demand and supply planner for a brand called Mamacitas. No, if you're familiar, Mamacitas and Lucky Me Nam Nam. No, I used to be a demand and supply planner for those brands. And as a demand and supply planner, you're in charge of a lot of things. You're the best person. You're the person it happened in the past. You're the one expected to really know everything about your category. And here I am, cool, diba? Coming in with a lot of excitement and youth and freshness and fresh ideas. Coming into this role, guys, I struggled. People think of me at work right now with a thriving career. My career is thriving. Not everybody. It was a mess, if I may say. There are some meetings that I just forgot to attend. They were there and then, what? May meeting ako right now. Tapos the brand. Know everything, then a lot is expected from you. You're really responsible for the end-to-end flow of the product, no? From production up to the customers. Of the whole flow of that for your category. And I wish I was more organized. In short, I wish nung high school ako or nung college ako, nakakomplete ako ng notebook. I wish nung college ako, pumapasok ako, alam ko kung ano yung quiz ko today. Pero hindi ko kung may quiz ako, so papasok ako medyo maaga para maghanap ako ng kaklase ko. Ano yung quiz natin today? Medyo so, you may be wondering how I became NEARS National Student Chapter. A national organization. Or probably an editor started as a demand and supply planner. Right now, I'm a demand planning lead for brands like Skyflakes, Fita, no? Nissin Wafer, you're familiar, Butter Coconut, Bread Nog, Mond Momon, among others, no? And it requires a lot of details. It requires a lot of self-organization skills. And you may be wondering, why am I here? Why am I here? Or what helped me to be able to thrive in my work right now? Coming from that state of being so irresponsible. Right now, meron pa rin konting marks, but I'd like to share with you, no? I'm hoping that you guys can relate because very few lang naman yung sobrang organized, ano? Majority naman siguro parang ako, no? No, pero you're not like me, guys. You're not like me, and you're gonna learn in college, no? And I'm going to share with you some 5 points that I believe, no, can make things work for you. Are you ready? Sige, let's start with number 1. Number 1, I first decide to do the things that I need to do by understanding why I need to do it. Let me repeat that. I first decide to do the things that I need to do by first understanding why I need to do it. Bakit ba kailangan gawin to? No? It all starts with why. If you're doing something that you don't appreciate why you're doing it, often you would spend time just questioning, asking questions. Why am I even doing it? No? Why am I taking so much of my time doing this? Is it all worth it? Bakit ba ako nagkakabisa ng formula sa physics kung pag nagtrabaho naman ako, isang Google ko lang naman yun. Di ba? You may be takes most of your time. Which is why you don't get to manage your time, because just thinking about why I'm doing this and being irritated about it is taking so much of your time. It's an efficient way to live, right? So first, you need to decide, I need to do this. I need to do this. So that I can start doing it. And do it more freely, right? With less irritation. Whether it's exams, whether it's reviewing for something or doing this requirement, you guys need to decide that if you don't submit that, you won't be able to finish that degree. Therefore, if you've decided, if you degree right now, in this program right now, which is to get a good future for yourself, if that is your why, if that's why you're here, if that's why you're enrolled, then you need to decide, you need to do this requirement. Because if you don't decide, you're never going to move forward, no? You're just gonna keep asking, why I'm doing this, why I'm doing this, right? So that's the first thing. Understand why you need to do it. Nah? Are we good so far? Number 2, prioritize by asking, what's the most important? One of my most favorite topics has always been the present moment. No? Living in the present moment, in the now. Because often, when there's tons of things to do, nagpapatong-patong na, and things are all over the place. And yes, everything there is important, right? Everything there is important. It's very hard to know what's the most important thing right now, no? But for me, if you really want to be able to be wise in managing your time, learn to live in the present moment right now. There's going to be the most amount of repercussions. What's that thing? No? So, start by asking, right now, ano nga bang importante? Ngayon. No? That's number 2. Prioritize by asking, what's the most important thing right now? Okay? Number 3. This is a good one. I call this the investment mindset. Listen to this. Give yourself breaks, but not for break's sake. No? Let me repeat. Investment mindset. Give yourself breaks, but not for break's sake. What does that mean? What that means, guys, is whenever you're taking rests, do it intentionally in order for you to kind of recharge yourself, because you know you're gonna do something again. Diba, we started with number 1. I first decide to do the things that I need to do by understanding why I need to do this, and I've decided I'm going to let not that break become like parang exit. It's not an exit. Parang you would take that rest because nandidiri ka na dun sa ginagawa mo. Let me remind you of number 1. You've already decided you need to do that because you've decided. But whenever I take breaks, it's not so that I can go out of becoming an engineering student. I'm tired of becoming an engineering student. I need a break. Ayoko na yan. Nandidiri na ako. It shouldn't be like that. The right mindset is an investment mindset. Give yourself breaks, but not for breaks' sake. Give yourself breaks so that you can recharge. Breaks' sake. Hindi lang para makapag-break ka. It's so you can recharge and go back to what you need to do. That's very important. Work smart, not hard. Number 4, Work smart, not hard does not always work. Amazing, diba? Because you would not hard, right? Because to me, some things take a lot of work, take effort. Some things are just not easy. No? Sometimes, even as an IE, parang we're very much into productivity. We want more output with less input. And diba, it's signaling working smart. Now, when there's less input, but there's a lot of outputs, that's an indicator that you're smart enough to derive what needs to be done. So I grew up telling this to myself, work smart, not hard. But when I started to work, diba sabi ko sa inyo, I really struggled hard myself. Nung hindi na nadadaan ng skills, hindi na nadadaan ng galing, sometimes there's just hard work that's required for you to be able to do the things that you need to do. So, work smart, not hard does not always work because you need to work hard as well. It's important to work smart. I think this comes first. Work smart. Work smart because you may be putting so much effort in something that's not important. So you need to be smart enough to know what's important and what it's not, what is not. So you need to work smart first. But after you've decided the right things to do, it requires you to work hard. This is a common misconception for so many people our age, that we believe that we can get anything in life by just working smart. No. We need to work hard. Brings me to my last point. Number 5. Accept that not everything is easy. Accept not everything is a walk in the park. Because often, we feel na when we want something, we want it. Right? Gen Zs, I'm a Gen Z. I'm a Gen Z, 1997. And you know, sometimes we have this common notion na we can achieve anything that we want in life. Anything. You just need to go for it. And then when life's challenges come in, no? When all those difficulties come in, when faced with so much trouble and demotivated, and we believe we start to forget why we wanted it in the first place. Are you with me? Sometimes when things are become too hard, we feel like this is not for me. I'm not for this. I am not for engineering. You know, I really wanted to become an engineer, but it's just too hard for me. This is not difficult. Just because it's not easy doesn't mean it's not for you. Sometimes you just need to accept that not everything that we want in life is easy. So that's the 5 things I'd like to share with you. But if there's one thing I'd like for you to remember, ano kaya dun sa 5? Let me enumerate. Number 1, by understanding why I need to do it. Why? Starting with why. Number 2, prioritize by asking, what's the most important thing right now? Being in the present moment, looking at the present moment, what's the important thing right now? Number 2. Number 3, no? Investment mindset. Give yourself breaks, but not for breaks' sake. It should be an investment so that you can go back to what you need to do with a refreshed mind, no? Ready to take on that work again. Number 3, investment mindset. Does not always work. Because, again, we need to work hard. Hard work is necessary for you to succeed. And number 5, accept that not everything is easy. Because it's not. Anything we want in life that's worthwhile is like a climb. You need to work hard. You need to take on effort. You need to push your way to the top so that you can get to the top, even when it feels like it's not for you anymore. What's the most important thing out of all those 5? For me, it's the first one, starting with why. Because if you don't know why you do what you do, you would never be able to do everything else in the list. This is something important to me. This is something that I want, and it's a necessary step for me to get to what I want. if you cannot decide why you need to do what you need to do, marketing is, we have a subject called marketing management, and it's a requirement for feasibility study, for us to be able to take on a feasibility study. And again, ito na naman si Joshua, no, na nag-iisang 5-5 nung prelim and midterms sa marketing. And if you don't achieve, if you don't pass marketing, you won't be able to go to feasibility study. It's tawag doon feasibility study. And prelims, 5 ako. Midterms, 5 ako. Why? Kasi, yung exams namin, kabisahan. Memorization. All the way. And I totally didn't understand why, as an IE, do I need to memorize? When come work, hindi naman ako mag-memorize eh. I'll just Google the things I need to know, and then I would know it. Besides, everything that I would memorize in this year, probably after a few days, wala na din eh. Diba? So I had a very strong struggle on why I need to memorize. And I didn't understand it, so I wasn't reviewing, I wasn't taking the effort of really trying to pass the subject because I just don't understand why I need to memorize. But then, I realized, guys, that probably what this subject is trying to teach me is not marketing at all. It's not just marketing and all the details of how to 5Ps, etc., price, promotion, etc. Probably that's not what I meant, what I need to learn right now. For me, why I'm having this subject and why I'm tasked to memorize so many things. Probably what this subject is trying to teach me is patience. Because I understood that it's a necessary thing to learn. Pass the it's necessary to. I don't pass this subject, I'm not going to go to feasibility study. That's just a fact. But more than just that, I realized na what this subject pala is teaching me is patience, which I think is us take for granted. Because everything is just instantaneous. We grew up with an instantaneous life. We want this, we want this, we want to research this. We didn't have to go through all yung mga parents natin na nagpupunta sa library para mag-search ng thesis nila, etc. And it's not our fault. But it would always talk about hard work. They need to patiently do things that they are going to do for the next 10, 20, 30 years. They just need to do it and just patiently go through the process because they know it's a necessary step for them to move forward. So I guess a lot of the things a lot of the difficulties we have has something to do with patience. And if there's one thing that I'd like you to remember, out of all the things I shared earlier, investment mindset, work hard, not smart, etc., etc. Out of all the things I shared to you earlier, what I'd like you to remember is that everything takes time, everything takes effort, and you just need to be patient about it. Right? And understand why you need to do what you need to do. Even if it's hard, you'll be patient. Even if it doesn't make sense, you'll be patient. Even when nothing of it really seems to be making sense, you'll take in the effort, you'll take in the time to do it. Because patience always is rewarded. That is something I firmly believe. That is a lesson I value a lot. Patience is always rewarded. For me, start with patience, no? Before you learn all those tricks and all those ideas on how to manage your time, for me, start with patience. Be patient muna, no? So, I guess that's it, no? I'm looking forward to hearing your questions. Thank you very much.
So, ayon, grabe. What an inspiring and motivating speech from Engineer Decena, partner. Alam mo ba, Peter, kasi nga hingalo na, kasi prelim week na.
Sims partner, deserve talaga. Mapapasana all ka na lang talaga kay Engineer Decena, di ba? Napaka-productive and time efficient, di ba? Gustong-gusto ko yung part na yung Engineer Decena.
Ay nako, na-starstruck lang ako kay engineer partner. Pero ayun, kidding aside, ang pinaka-tumatak sa akin is this very first point, which is to answer why you are doing this, para nga makapag-start ka na sa mga gawain mo. And I had a thought to myself na, oo nga, bakit ako nagpapakahirap sa degree na to at sa mga requirements na to? And then, it's because I wanted to be an engineer. And in order to be an engineer, kailangan muna natin malagpasan ang mga challenges at mga requirements, lalo na tong prelims na paparating nga.
Sims partner. So moving forward nga tayo, partner. The comment section is open for questions for Engineer Decena, di ba? Meron nga kayong tanong, di ba? Ika nga ng right mo, di ba? Huwag mahihiyang magtanong. Dahil siguradong bibigyan tayo ng magandang sagot ni Engineer Decena.
And yes naman, and before we proceed with the question and answer portion, we will be right back after the commercial break.
Pero minsan inaabot ako ng 1 oras na nanonood na ako dito.
Nakaka-chill.
So, galing silang mga gat ng ibang ahas ko. Minsan maabot ng 3,000 ganyan.
Presentation. Excited ka na bang basahin ang mga katanungan nila, partner?
Team's partner, di ba? I can wait to read their question. Pero mas excited ako, di ba? So, kung ano yung isasagot ng ating guest. Kasi for sure, it will be inspirational, di ba?
Yes.
Current situation of online learning po. Can share your thoughts about how we can limit ourselves as student out of distraction po.
Ano yun? Sorry. In this time of puro online online
can
classes.
share your thoughts po about how we can limit ourselves po as student out of distraction po.
Actually, ingrained sa atin yun, Ingrained sa atin ang to be distracted because we grew up, sabi ko nga, in a generation where we transition from, actually hindi ko sure kung kayo naabutan nyo pa yung time na we were playing in the streets. Pero majority of you probably grew up with your cell phones na. And it's something na you really have to work with, live with. But also, it doesn't mean na you cannot step away from it. So, my advice pa how I was able to recover from being so, kasi 'di ba yung sa videos ng Facebook, pag binrowse mo yan, dire-diretso yan, related topics, no? Related na interest mo kasi nga the artificial intelligence ng Facebook, alam niya kung ano yung gusto mo, no? So it's going to show you things that you like, and then you're gonna end up parang ilang oras ka na nagbabrowse ng videos, ng mga prank videos, ng mga ganito-ganyan, memes. Naubos na yung oras mo. You know what I did? Tapos actually, no, ito pa, another thing. Minsan, pag manonood ka ng mga ganyang bagay, lumulungkot ka. I don't know about you, but for me, sometimes whenever I watch yung mga stories na parang ang saya naman ito or parang ganyan, but hindi ko yan, but wala akong ganun. Yung mga ganyan. Part of you, as a result of social media, starts to long for something else, and then you tend to become more sad. I don't know about you, probably it's just me. I don't know about you. So, that being said, I had to stop. You know what I did? I uninstalled my Facebook and Instagram and my LinkedIn and everything else. Sorry, I kept my LinkedIn. It's the only social app that I kept. Yun lang. And then I realized, isang linggo, I realized, kaya ko pala. Before, meron akong libro dito, yung mga binabasa ko lang, yung mga maikli lang talaga. You know what? When I uninstalled my Facebook and all the other stuff, I was able to read my other books. Na hindi naman kasi ako book reader talaga, pero I mean, it opened up opportunities for me to change my lifestyle, become happier because I get to sleep more or sleep earlier. Kasi nakakadagdag yan ng anxiety levels when puyat ka lagi. Tapos yung kinapupuyatan mo lang naman ay social media. Sabi doon, the last 2 hours daw of your day, nagre-repeat daw yan sa isip mo kung pagtulog mo. Yung lahat ng mga pinapanood mo, lahat ng ni-spend time mo the last 2 days of your 2 hours of your day, nagme-mirror yan sa isip mo. All your sleep in your whole sleep. So imbes na nagamit mo yung sleep mo, sabi ko doon kanina, 'di ba, investment mindset. Imbes na nagamit mo yung tulog mo para makapagpahinga, hindi ka nagpapahinga kasi your mind is working. 'Di ba? So I installed my Facebook. I installed my YouTube, no? I also uninstalled kasi hindi yung vlogs dun eh. 'Di ba? Tapos na-realize ko kaya ko. I-install ko siya after a week. And then that's it. At least may self-awareness na ako na I may be doing too much of social media already. It's not good for me. So try it. No? Try it. My suggestion. Yes. Thank you for that question.
Ayun, partner. Try mo raw mag-uninstall ng Facebook. Kakayanin mo ba?
Parang hindi ko kaya yung ginagawa ni engineer nyo.
Kaya mo yan.
Try po namin. Thank you po.
Thank you for the wonderful answer, engineer. So the next question is from classmate Nicole. She said, "Good morning, engineer. In this time of crisis, how do you prioritize your tasks and manage your deadlines?"
As I said dun sa kanina, right now, what's the important thing? Right now, I can only do so much eh. Therefore, I have to choose ano yung gagawin ko and do it fast. Do it the best that I can, finish it. Worry less about the next thing to do because either way, you cannot do it at the same time. Para siyang paying your bills, right? You have to work hard. You need to work. You need to earn money to pay your bills. But you shouldn't be. You should be trying not to worry about paying your bills. Because either way, kung wala kang pera right now, what can you do? Why worry? And then you won't be able to pay. Then that's it. But it doesn't mean hindi mo pagtatrabahuan yung pambayad mo. It just means that worry doesn't do you any good. Diba? So just do what you can do right now. Kung ito yung pinaka malapit ka nang bumagsak, no? Kung ito yung medyo nasa bingit ka na lang kamatayan, ng kabagsakan, edi yun yung i-prioritize mo. Worry less about the next thing to do. Because tell yourself, convince yourself that I cannot do 2 things at a time. At one time. I can only do so much. No? Worry less. And mas malaki-laki na yung mababawas mo na unnecessary time you're spending, no? Yep, next question. Thank you for that,
Yes, thank you po, engineer. Grabe yan.
Yes, I like it when it's that
Partner.
engineer
Kung
said
ano
na
na
worry
kasi
less.
inuuna mo daw eh. Kung ano daw kasi inuuna mo.
Tama.
Should worry less
Next
talaga.
question po, engineer. Galing po kay classmate Gia Rosales. Good morning po, engineer. Ano po yung naging mindset nyo when it comes to studying? Tips na rin po since prelim week na nga po namin this week.
Yeah. I remember, di ba kanina shinare ko, no? There are a lot of times na hindi ko talaga alam kung ano yung quiz ko. And how was I able to manage and still pass the subjects, no? Di naman sa pagmamayabang, pero parang paano ko kaya na-capture pa din? You know, the first thing I did, no? I listened more in the class. Kasi, back when I was in college, I would have to travel 2 hours back and forth from Adamson to Santa Rosa every day. Carrying my big bag, pipila sa jackliner, 2 hours per day at the minimum. Tapos yun pa yung time na ginagawa yung Skyway. So alam niyo ng mga taga Laguna, sobrang traffic talaga. Sabi ko, I cannot waste my time in the class. Therefore, ini-imagine ko na agad, ano ba yung pwede kong itanong, pwedeng itanong sa akin sa exam during the time of the class. Mag-practice akong konti after na lang, no? Parang konting practice na lang because talagang nakinig ako sa klase. Because that's where I spend most of my time in eh. It's not in travel, it's not in studying at home. Hindi ako nag-aaral sa bahay. And hindi ako pinapaniwalaan ng iba. No? Pero hindi ako nag-aaral sa bahay kasi pagod na ako eh. Magbiyahe. Mag-aaral ako sa school. But I really maximize the time I spend in the class. Sayang kasi yung oras eh. Kung double review pa ako. And I noticed, a majority ng mga mahirap aralin, yung mga hindi ako nakinig sa klase. So listen more. No, listen more. Be very attentive. For your sake. No? For your sake. Minsan boring yung prof. Oo. No, pero still, for your sake, listen. Para hindi sayang yung oras. So start with that. That's my number one tip. And find out what works for you. Like, meron ako mga subjects na gusto ko ako lang yung mag-isa. Meron ako mga subjects na gusto ko group practice. No? OR before and echo, ay Diyos ko, practice namin yan kasi ang dami namin kinukuha mga sample questions. So, kailangan as much as possible na kuha ko yung sample questions na para mapag-practicean ko din. Yung mga ganun. Find out what works for you. Kasi iba-iba tayo ng personality. Pero if there's one thing na medyo mas common sa atin lahat is we tend to overdo things. That's very common across all personalities. We just do it one by one. We just do the best that we can. If we fail, and then that's it. Okay. Besides, we did the best that we can. No? I hope that makes sense. That's my regret when I failed dynamics of rigid bodies. That's my regret when I failed dynamics of rigid bodies. I wasn't listening in the class. I wasn't taking notes. I was just there spending 2-3 hours per day. Nakatingin lang ako ng ganun sa kawalan. Tapos aaralin ko sa bahay, sayang yung oras. Yep.
So, ayan daw mga classmates. Listen to the lecture daw para hindi na magsayang ng oras para mag-ulit. So, we have our next question here. Magmatulog during lecture. Gawain mo ata yan, partner.
Grabe naman. Napagbintang.
Pinasa pa sa iba, no?
Di ba? Parang ikaw yun talaga.
I no comment, partner.
Ni engineer. Joshua.
No comment tayo dyan. So, ayun, we have our next question from classmate Neri. She said, "Good morning, engineer. What are your advice to all students who suffered being overwhelmed and burnout with lots of workloads that are very sudden and unplanned?"
Right. I always use this. Thank you for that question. I always use this analogy when I do talks because I feel like it's very generic and it relates to everybody. On hard work. Diba? That's one of my key points earlier in the talk. Hard work. Picture yourself nasa SLEX ka. Probably lahat naman tayo nakapunta na sa SLEX, no? Nasa SLEX ka. And then, on your way to Calamba, you would see a mountain. What's that mountain? Mount Makiling, right? And you said, this is the mountain. This is a mountain I'd like to climb. This is a mountain I know is for me. I know it would feel so good if I reach that mountain peak. That summit, I know it would feel so fulfilling. It would feel so good if I reach that summit. And then come your way, nasa Calamba ka na, you decided you would take on this mountain because you know this is for you. This is what you want. Pero, climbing now the mountain, isn't it na nung nasa SLEX ka, when the mountain seemed so good, so beautiful, and so exciting to climb, and kitang-kita mo yung summit becoming an engineer, kitang-kita mo yung summit, parang andali lang, di ba? Pero when you're already there, taking the climb, all you would see are hurdles, trees, muds, slides, all the other challenges, right? And then, isn't it na nung nandun ka sa SLEX, kitang-kita mo yung summit, pero nung nandun ka na sa bundok, inaakyat mo na, it's harder for you to see that same summit that you said you wanted to climb. Because all you would see are challenges in front of you. And then you would take on slides, you would take on the mountain, and then have some slides. Madudulas ka bigla, babalik ka sa isang napakalayong lugar. Pero hindi naman ibig sabihin na pag na-slide ka, darating ka dun sa pinagsimulan mo ulit, di ba? It doesn't mean that whenever you're faced with challenges and whenever you always had to reroute, kala mo ito na yung tamang route towards the peak, and then you always had to reroute because it doesn't seem to work, it doesn't mean that you're not on your way. It's just the way it is. It's a climb. There's going to be challenges. And besides, if it's a climb, so easy to climb, if it's a mountain so easy to climb, isn't it that everyone else can climb that same mountain? Why should you feel rewarded? Everybody can just take on that mountain. Kaya naman ng lahat yan eh. Bakit kapag parang burol na maliit na pag naakyat mo, magiging proud ka ba? No. The reason why you get to be proud, why we as graduates of engineering get to be proud, is because we were able to reach a summit that not everybody can climb. Right? But here's the thing. What if it's just a summit so hard to climb? What if it's just not for you? Then you decide to leave this mountain, take on another mountain. What if in your mind right now, engineering is just too hard for me? Probably I should shift to another course. It shouldn't be because this mountain was hard. You should only shift to another course if you see a really good mountain and you also really wanted that to climb that mountain. Just because it's not easy, that's not for you. Right? I told that earlier, diba? Just because it's difficult doesn't mean it's not for you. It's just a climb. It's just the way it is. Right? It takes effort. It takes time. Probably some will reach the summit earlier than you do, and then that's okay. The only ones who we can call as losers, guys, the only losers in all of us are those that do not decide to take on a mountain. Those who just stay where they are comfortable and then learn nothing because they've always been in their comfort zones. So that's my answer. I hope that makes sense, no? Hindi ko man sinagot ng directly, but I hope you get the picture.
Thank you naman po, engineer. Grabe naman yung partner mo. Lahat naman talaga, di ba? Before ka maging successful, lahat may mga obstacles, di ba?
Yes, I love the answer of engineer na nag-anagram siya para masagot yung tanong na to.
Diba? Lahat naman, di ba, kailangan paghirapan, di ba? Ika nga nila, hirap muna bago sa
partner. Tama ka dyan.
Yes. Siguro ito na po yung last question na po, engineer. How do you know po if yung ginagawa nyo daw po is a good use of time po?
That's a good... Wow. Hindi ko yan naisip ever, Let me think, What's the question again? What's the question again? How do you know if something is worth your time?
Wait po. Opo. How do you know po if yung ginagawa of your time po?
Yeah. Si Jesse Robredo is one, because he's an IE. He worked for the government. He was really good at it, no? Si Jesse Robredo. And you know, when si Lenny, we invited her for the IE Summit. She just had an emergency because may bagyo sa Albay, so she wasn't able to come. Pero her message was very clear. Yung secretary niya delivered the message dun sa Adamson Theater before. And there's one word, one message out of all that letter. I couldn't remember everything that's in that letter, but I can definitely remember this one thing. Everything worthwhile deserves excellence. Sinabi daw yan ni Jesse Robredo. Meaning, even if you're a basurero, if it's worth doing, it should be done well. If this is an assignment that seems to be not working, seems to not make sense, why are we doing this? If your professor says so, that this is worth doing, it should be done well. Because who are we to question them? Sometimes we're so proud, This is me telling this to my old self, back when I was in college. Na sometimes I feel so proud and entitled to make myself an IE. I knew how to make myself an IE, but the truth is I don't. True enough, when I graduated, even if it was easy for me to get on this company, Mondonesian, because I had a fairly good resume. I have a good resume. I was president of a national organization. It was easy for me to land on this job. It wasn't that hard. Pero when I took on the job and started to do it, I wasn't any good. I was so confident and proud that I am an IE. I am somebody who led 12,000 people. I was somebody who was champion and best speaker in Nestle's business case competition. I mean, I had a lot of firepower in me. Then again, took on the job. I thought how to do it, but I had to work hard. So meaning, what I intend to tell everybody is, don't feel too entitled that you feel like you know how to make yourselves an engineer. Humility, I figured, is a requirement for growth. Humility is a requirement for growth. So if If this is something that your professors tell you to do it. Because I'm guessing kung hindi naman required and you don't feel like it's important, I'm sure hindi niyo naman gagawin. But I think the question is coming from some requirements which were given to them and doesn't make sense. Bakit ba namin ginagawa to? Weird. Probably your professors are not perfect. The program isn't perfect. But you look at so many success stories of previous IEs, previous chemical engineers, mechanical engineers who went on a program which wasn't any better, I'm assuming. Okay. For me, but my dad is an IE. I'm assuming that the program he took on in Adamson, IE din siya ng Adamson. For me, I think my program was better than his because it took 20 years to improve the program. I'm guessing that whatever program I am in right now, it's well carved out for me. It produced some very good IEs. It's the same thing for you guys. Why would you question something that you don't fully know? Humility is a requirement for growth. I hope that makes sense, ano? I hope that makes sense. No?
Yes, po, engineer. Thank you po, engineer. Grabe. Natouch naman ako dun, partner, di ba? Na kailangan be proud to yourself, di ba? Kasi kung nga naman, walang maniniwala muna sa'yo kundi yung sarili mo muna, di ba? Partner.
Yes, tama ka dyan, partner. And I
Parang
really
huwag kang mapapagod, maniwala sa sarili mo na kaya mo, di ba?
Yes.
Nakatouch naman yun, engineer.
And I really love when engineers said na everything worthwhile should be done well. Napakagandang quote yon.
Again, thank you po, engineer.
Yes, thank you, engineer, sa mga sagutang pakak na pakak. Ang gaganda po ng sagot nyo. Yes.
Grabe. Nawindang naman ako dun sa mga tanungan, partner. No, grabe. Parang akala ko tuloy na sa preliminary na tayo ng Q&A ng, di ba? Miss Universe, na naman ang lalaban ng kanilang mga questions. Diba?
Hirap ng mga tanong no? Yung isang question, napatulala ako, napaisip pa tuloy ako.
Ayun nga, tumpak ka dyan, partner. Pero hindi naman natin matatanggi na ang galing din ni Engineer Desena sa pagsagot ng bawat tanong. Akala mo, isa rin siyang contestant ng Miss Universe Preliminary Q&A. Answer is well thought of talaga, di ba?
Yes, partner. Siguro kung ako si engineer, siguro simulan ko muna yung sa thank you for that wonderful question, di ba?
Ay, ganun ba?
Mapaisip mo na talaga ako kasi hindi ko alam yung isasagot, di ba? Like, parang doon ko na yung na-realize na, oo nga, yun nga yung dapat isagot, di ba?
I for sure, partner, ako rin magiging ganyan. Pero with that, we commend Engineer Desena now for a wonderful and a lively segment of the question and answer. Thank you so much, Engineer.
Thank you so much, Engineer. Further express our gratitude, the Adamson University Engineering Student Council hands this plaque of appreciation to Engineer Joshua Alexis P. Desena for the time and effort to be the guest of honor and speaker for today's event.
And may we call on the President of Adamson University Engineering Student Council, Mr. Mark Kakanindin, to read the contents of the plaque.
Right. Good morning, everyone. So this plaque of appreciation is hereby awarded to Engineer Joshua Alexis P. Desena in grateful recognition for imparting his knowledge and valuable insight as guest speaker during the Maningkamat The Right Way to Hustle, an event of Adamson University Engineering Student Council or ADUESC in academic year 2021-2022. Given this 19th day of September in the year 2021 at Adamson University, San Marcelino Street, Ermita, Manila. Alright, so thank you so much, Engineer Desena, and congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Ayan, once again, thank you very much, Engineer Desena, for the motivating and encouraging us to strive hard indeed. Time management is the heart of every successful work and task. So, before we proceed with the closing remarks, let us watch a special performance from the talented students from AU Dex in order to uplift our mood. Ano masasabi mo, partner?
Yes naman, syempre, partner. Di ba, syempre, di mawawala yung pampabuhay natin, di ba? Kung ako nga, di ba, hindi ako sanay gumising ng maaga tuwing linggo. Kaya, why don't we welcome them for giving us today's special performance, di ba? Introducing the Adamson University Dance Expressions.
You might think I'm crazy, the way I've been craving. If I put it quite plainly, just give me them babies. So what you doing tonight? Better stay doing you right. Watching movies, but we ain't seen a thing tonight. I don't wanna keep you up, but show me, can you keep it up? Cause then I'll have to keep you up. So maybe I'ma keep you up. Fine. I've been drinking coffee, and I've been eating healthy. No one keeps squeaky, saving on my energy. Can you stay up all night? Fuck me till the daylight. 30 for 35. Can you stay up all night? Fuck me till the daylight. 30 for 35.
Let's make me believe it. Let's make me believe it. Believe you won't deceive me. Let's make me believe it. Let's make me believe it. Believe you won't deceive me.
First you gotta forgive me. Let me know everything gon' be okay. Even if I come out with everything I did, would you still punish me even though I did it a long time ago? If so, let me know. If I propose, would you say no? Would you break my heart? Would you embarrass me or play your part? Baby, don't fold, my heart is yours. Hey, either believe me or you don't. Choose to believe me or you won't. If you leave me, I'm skull and bone. I'm dead, baby, you told me. Say you want someone. Say you want someone. Said you want someone. Say you want someone. I think I got mixed personalities. This bitch switched up my whole mentality. This girl, she got mixed personalities. One day she's happy, then she mad at me. Say you want someone that can love you, so who could please you, so who can kiss on and rub you. Fuck you like this, fuck you like that. Oh, now I got mixed personalities. She got me stressing, singing melodies. But I swear I catch a felony. Oh.
Ayan, thank you for that wonderful performance, 𝐫𝐢_Dex. This shows that Adamsonians are not just good with studying, but they are also blessed with talents, right, partner?
I agree with that, partner, di ba? Siyempre, pagtatak Adamson talaga, hindi talagang talented tayo, di ba? At alam ko, partner, hindi ka magpapadaig dyan, di ba?
Ay naku, partner, mas alam ko talent mo yung pagsasayaw. Ikaw na dyan. Pinapasa ko na sa'yo ang trono dyan. So ayan, before we end our program, may we call on Mr. Gerard Villarama, the Chairman for Grievances and Concern of Adamson University Engineering Student Council, to deliver his closing remarks. Please give him a virtual round of applause.
To all classmates, faculty members, college deans, and to Engineer Lasana, and to everyone with us this day, good morning. This seminar is very relative, especially to us students who's having difficulty in managing time in online classes. And it can help us in this period because of the upcoming Prelims Week. On behalf of the Engineering Student Council, we would like to thank our guest speaker, Engineer Joshua Dasena, who gave us his precious time and knowledge to share and motivate us. And also we'd like to thank our dear and 5-star engineer Evelyn Regundin up to support that she gave. And lastly, we would like to thank God for this day for making this successful. Again, thank you and have a blessed Sunday. Good luck to our Prelims Week classmates.
So ayan, thank you classmate Gerard for your amazing message. Regardless of our numerous tasks or really ensure success and progress. Ikaw partner, what are your insights into this event?
Partner, I'm so happy because of this event, di ba? Nakahinga nga ako sa mga di ba? Sa mga school works, di ba? Grabe. At syempre, ang dami kong natutunan kay Engineer Docena that time management skills are one of the most important that any student should have, di ba, partner?
Yes, tama ka dyan, partner. So, my partner and I are really thankful to the event heads, the ESC executives, the technicals, the production and the secretariat committee, and the whole ESC family for giving us this opportunity to be the host for today's event.
On behalf of the Adamson University Engineering Student Council and our guest speaker, Engineer Joshua Alexis Dasena, thank you for joining us, classmates.
So this concludes our event, Maning Kamot, the right way to hustle. We hope that all of you enjoy this program as much as we did.
Again, I am classmate Paco Panganiban.
And I am classmate Sean Mossot, reminding you that time is the most valuable thing a man can spend.
Grabe, pinaganda mo pa, classmate. Time is gold. Have a great day, classmate, and see you at upcoming event. And don't forget that your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow.
Yes, and always remember, classmates, time management is life management. Bye, classmates. Enjoy your